Kirby with the boot. Tag made. Mitchell back in. Mitchell hammering with that right arm. Bill Dundee on the mat. Guy Mitchell working the left arm. He's got somewhat of a bar on it. Dundee trying to get to Coco in the corner. As we pass the 6-minute mark, 6 minutes gone in the first ball of action.
Expiration of time match, baby. This is the first ball. Roger Nature Boy Kirby in with the superstar.
And Dundee has really taken a pounding from these guys the last 2 or 3 minutes. Kirby. Good arm. And the hammer up behind the back. Dropping the speed right on the upper part of that arm and the elbow. That's a choke. Bill Dundee back on his feet. He slams Kirby. Needs to get to the tag. Mitchell trying to grab him from behind, and Kirby heading him off at the pass before he could get over to Coco. Dundee puts Kirby down. Down to one, but Guy Mitchell in there with the boot. 7.5 minutes gone.
Coco in to pry Roger Kirby off there as he had covered Bill Dundee, and there's a tag on big Guy Mitchell. Dundee going after the Canadian,
yes,
and there goes Billy after Coco Ware. Here comes the new TV champ. There's that drop kick.
One for Kirby, too. Oh, he misses one on Guy Mitchell. Coco stretched out for the drop kick, but he missed it. Guy Mitchell back to the turnbuckle. Dundee trying to keep Kirby out of it. Mitchell dropping Coco across the knee. Kirby off the middle rope.
Kirby comes off the ropes, turns Coco all the way over.
That's it.
And that's a 1, 2, 3.
8 minutes, 17 seconds the time. 8:17. And the missed drop kick was the turning point. As Coco had caught Guy Mitchell with one, then Roger Kirby, and he missed a second attempt at Guy Mitchell, and Mitchell turned it into a 3 count and a win for the team of Mitchell and Roger Kirby.
Boy, they bent Coco right over like a bow over his knee, and Kirby came off and dropped right down over his head and did him an entire flip as he went flying over there. Bill Dundee and Coco Ware had her going in great shape for a little bit, and then they got Billy, and he took quite a pounding.
Oh, he was in there a long time.
Oh, he was in there a long time. And ultimately on the tag with Coco, Coco came flying back, as you said, with a drop kick. Did a beautiful job of that, but he went to the well once too often, and Mitchell backed up on him, and, man, there is no feeling worse than when you're expecting to kick off, and that's what you're set for, have nothing but thin air out there. And Coco went down, then they got that 1, 2, 3 on him, and that is the way that one went. That's the first ball. We'll check and see whether we have any more time or not, and we'll be back in a moment. Back into the ring here with more action, and believe me, it's not done yet. By golly, you want to stay right there. Coming up Tuesday night, we've already told you, most unusual. Tommy Wildfire Rich, Bill Superstar Dundee, same side of the ring against Tojo and Handsome Jimmy. Going to be a scrap and a half. Bill?
Lance, I've watched Handsome do an awful lot of things, but when it comes to pushing a woman, that's too strong for me. Handsome, that could be my moment, Jack, and I know how you are. Thank you.
Okay, Billy. We are looking forward to that match. Yeah.
It took my mother getting humiliated right there on TV. It took her for me to see the light. But Valiant, Tojo, I've seen the light, man. You know, it takes a lot of guts, man, to slap a woman and then push her down. Well, right there in Louisville, Kentucky, that was my mother, man. And anybody can relate to that. You've got one mother, man, and that's all you've got. So I'm coming, and I'm coming for revenge. That's exactly right. I want to thank the superstar for saying he'd wrestle with me. But Valiant told you it don't matter because you hadn't seen Tommy Wildfire Rich. You hadn't seen him get crazy, man. And that's what I'm telling you I'm going to do. Tuesday night in Louisville, Kentucky, Tommy Rich is coming to get crazy. And when I say crazy, Valiant, told you, I mean doing whatever I got to do. And that's what it's all about. You know, you bad, man, coming out and shoving a woman down. Well, Valiant, I'm going to show you what shoving's all about. I hadn't got a hold of you yet. I hadn't really got mad, but I'm mad now, Valiant. I'm mad, man. Told y'all better be ready. Right there in Louisville, Kentucky, the people's going to see something they've never seen before in their life because I'm coming, and I don't care what I have to do, Valiant. Told you, you take it for what it's worth, any way you want, because this ain't no woman here, man. This ain't no woman you're pushing down or smacking, because I'm going to be fighting back. Tuesday night in Louisville, Kentucky, you better be ready, Valiant. You better be ready, told you, because I'm coming with everything I've got. And I've got a whole lot of settling to do with y'all right there in Louisville.
We'll be seeing it Tuesday.
Well, our time is virtually up, Dave, so that means that Dundee and Ware are not going to get an opportunity to come back, and that first fall is going to be it in terms of that final match.
Then in the opening match today, we had a single match. Bobby Eaton going against David Price. Eaton did win it in 2 minutes, 48 seconds. Ken Lucas and Rick Morton in here in a non-title match, but they won the match over Dr. Bill Irwin and Danny Davis. It was the Battle Royal to determine the TV champion. That was won in somewhat of a surprise by young Coco Ware. Coco is
surprised.
the new
Let's be honest about it, because I never thought Coco would have the opportunity.
But he is the champion, and then it was Guy Mitchell, Roger Kirby winning the last.
We're out of time. We'll be looking for you next week. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.